Greetings. Let me continue this. Blessings to all, clarity to all. Um, so yeah, this is just continuance. I'll just say part two or the continuance. But anywho, a lot of us, yeah, because this was a part of my receiving this download when I was walking, is that a lot of us, it's not so much of the titles. You want to call yourself chosen ones or enlightened ones or whatever it is. The creator, the most high source, don't care about none of that. Some of us came in, I like to say like old souls, but how spirit sees it is that some of us came in a higher vibration. Like some of us came in a higher vibration of our mothers and fathers that we came through. So what spirit was revealing to me is that by us coming into this higher vibration of awareness is that we're able to see our mother as a reflection, mother or father as a reflection of our past or what is no longer serving us. Then let's say if you have a child, they represent, the future aspect. We represent the present of all of that. So spirit is like, why people are out here trying to fight over rights, it's not about that. You are obligated to this land because your ancestors inherited for you, so as your child inherited for you. So you are an inheritance, a divine inheritance of your past, present, and future. This is why a lot of us having this awareness of seeing, again, coming in a higher vibrational state is why a lot of us had a lot of resistance growing up. What some may call spiritual warfare. Why you had a lot of resistance to people and family, people around in your life or whatever it is, jobs, careers, what it is to coming into this awareness. This is why you had a lot of resistance. Because naturally, how you came in, you were at a high vibrational awareness. It was just like you had amnesia just to get into this place now of awareness. This is why you're seeing the fall of what people want. Those that want to hold on to this illusion of what they call America being great is going to go with America in a sense. Babylon, they're going to suffer with that. It's beyond our control. When you come in that holistic way of knowing who you are, you realize that this is just what it is. You are part of the collective consciousness, and a part of your journey, your purpose is, just as I said, my platform and what I'm doing is a part of me being my individual self. This is what I came here to do. See, the past and the Piscean age, it was all centered around so many people following and idolizing and glorifying these certain people in places and not realizing that you were given this false concept of the false mother to realize this false concept of what a mother is, a father is, or a relationship, a marriage, what it is to give birth. All these things centered around deception and confusion. Now to come in this awareness of standing in your own power. That's what represents the spiritual, the Aquarian age, the knowingness. This is why I express about what has happened in the matriarchal. Because that's what's going to happen. It's so many things that have been done in the dark, which is the spiritual aspect as well, is going to be brought into this physical plane about what has been happening. What you call what has made America so great is going to be exposed. It has to be this way. It's divine order. And that goes again to what I've experienced with the matriarchal, what the whole concept of what I feel like, oh, this is okay. No, it's not. It wasn't. And it's a lot of mothers, women, y'all know, even fathers. This whole concept around child support and to keep people in this loop, I'm telling you, the whole money system, that shit is done. That does not represent is a reflection of the divine mother or what the true divine matriarchal and divine feminine and masculine is. None of that which you learn about in the physical aspect has really taught you, well, it brought you to this awareness of the spiritual, but it really wasn't teaching you anything what it is to be secure within yourself, to love yourself. To my woman, this is the purpose of what you're experiencing now, coming into your awareness of what the spiritual aspect of who you are, and how this connects you to all your ancestral lineages, to the matriarchal, what you've experienced, to what you've experienced through the patriarchal system. Now to see the importance of the matriarchal, what it is to now embrace your femininity, to rest, to not always be on this go, because we need you to rest and to honor your femininity. And when you honor and nurture yourselves and heal yourself, again, this goes back to the royal energies and how it unfolds, everything beginning with the mama, the universe, the womb, the soul aspect of who you are, to the father. To the mother, then to the son representing the power. And then you have the father, which the son grows into, the spirit, which is a protector. Then you have the daughter, which represents the value, the character of who we are, integrity. So much more. Again, all these things are a reflection of each other. The daughter, when mama has to know her value, for that to be reflected in the daughter. The value of her womb. The value of who she is internally. The magic of who she is. The beauty of who she is within. The love and the security that is within. Then too, now, again, the father, representing the protector. He too is a reflection of the son. See, this is why, again, the resurrection of the son is me knowing as a father to know the power within me, to stand on that power. Then for me to honor that, to be a protector for my family, for a provider, all these things for my family. See, this is how the energy is countered and is being reversed. This is why you're seeing a lot of, again, men rising up in that power. Because what I've experienced through the matriarchal of the woman, and what I had to see, the pain and the struggle of what my ancestors and what my mom and my grandmother had to go through, I had to see that. I had to experience that, because it was giving birth to the feminine aspect of who I am, to learn what it is to honor that femininity, to stand in that, to protect that. Because the mama, has been protecting everyone through all of this. She has been so much in her masculine aspect, to trying to protect, laying down her life, trying to protect everyone. That's why, again, when the father was removed, you see how, again, these hospitals, or how all this whole system was, when the father was removed eons and years and how many ever years ago, that right there created a system, all this system that people have grown to love, that created a system where it was to keep the father away, which represents the spirit, the protector. And who do you see most of in all these systems? People of darker shade. That is no more. See, when the sun, and see now when spirit has placed this and ordained those that are rising into this energy, and that resurrects the sun. And this goes back to, like, me having to see what a lot of even my whole journey going to, we're talking about the so-called great Americas, where you go to California, you go to all these places. This country, so-called, is the most incarcerated place, have people in prison. How can you say you're the land of the free? That's so contradictory. That's so deceptional. That's so misleading. When most of the people here are in prison. When the very thing you try to do to live in your sovereignty, to live in your freedom as a soul, as a spirit, to live, To be that is that of which people have grown accustomed to, and now they don't know what it is to actually be. And again, this is why the matriarchal, the great mother, has taken her throne. Is to restore the balance in the feminine and masculine within ourselves, within the woman. So she now can see that a part of her healing is restoring the power in her son, which gives birth to the Father, which is the Spirit, so that the Father can see the value in the daughter. And when the daughter knows her value, she then continues the cycle in a holistic way. No longer seeing it from a painful place in a struggle, living in fear of wanting to give birth. And see, a lot of our women, I'm going to be a woman, I'm going to tell you, a lot of our parents or guardians or people that before, they weren't guardians. Because they were still subconsciously in that program of pain and struggle and survival. And this is what a lot of the civilizations, up to this very moment was created on. Survival, pain, struggle, passing through the womb. And all that power, again, that people have been using to use that, not even realize that, this spiritual warfare, then being guided by certain things that has nothing to do with the spirit. This is not, when the word says my fight is not in physical, it's like spiritual wickedness in high and low places. These leaders or these people that you've been given, you think they care. No, you don't know them. You don't know nothing about these people or anything or what's attached to them or what wickedness that they're brewing up behind closed doors. Now Big Mama has stepped in. Yes, this is why you're seeing a rise in the divine masculine. We don't, what do we need to come here to fear? This is our fucking legacy. And by me standing in my truth and honoring that, I'd rather accept that, live through that, and leave this physical than to continue a lie, continue deception and manipulation. No, I would not pass that down to the sons of this world, the sons and daughters of this world. This is why now the tail is the head. And now the head, these people, what you're not seeing is that the Big Mama stepped in. She's shutting all this shit down. Share this with the mothers, the womans, the kids, whomever it is. Share this to whoever you know. Because I'm telling you, this is what's happening. This is what has been prophesied. Me and another sister was talking about this, like how the Hopi tribe, other ancestral lineages was speaking about this. How a lot of things, again, spiritually, people are they're not in tune, so they're not even going to survive through this. Because the planet, the earth is rising in vibration and frequency. As we rise, then too, and as we internalize this too is happening externally. The womb is being healed of the woman. The great mother is being healed. So we're healing collectively, internally and collectively, internally and externally. So when you stand in your power, do that. I don't know if I shared this about like how, when you see a tribe or you see like the lion and you see what makes a lion who majestic as who he is, and just even the lioness, they're not fighting amongst each other. The lioness do everything to protect the cubs, not just their cubs. They do everything to protect the tribe, because when you protect the child and the cubs, they are the generation, they are the future. So a part of this awareness and And what Spirit speaks of is that this is the moment where the rising phoenix. This is the moment where internally people are going to rise. And no longer, some of us are going to sit back and observe because, some of us are called. We're going to know when to do things. Some are going to panic. Some are just going to be aware of what's happening. But a part of this matriarchal being restored, because everything predates back to, there was pharaohs and, some may call it queendoms or, so many things in the ancients. The woman actually initiated the man. The queen bestowed the king his rightful place. Everything begins with the womb. The divine feminine. This is not to praise, it's more of an honor and surrenderance to the energy. Woo. I love it, man, because now we return to the natural aspect of who we are. When I see myself, I'm like, man, my hair look like everything in nature. This look like a bush. Everything, let me tell y'all, to the matriarchal, to the women, oh, I love y'all. I love me. Everything that you have to see that you was programmed and prone to hate, you love that about yourself, because this was more externally focused. You was taught to try to hate. When you see, the thing about what's so beautiful about the restoring of the matriarchal is that when you love your womb, when you love your essence of who you are, your God self or the hierarchy, or when you love that aspect of yourself, that gives birth to us. When you honored the patriarchal, when you honor the divine masculine of who you are. Because again, I see how the patriarchal has been shoved down your throat, mamas. Big Mama has seen it all. It was shoved down the men's throat too. We were also in this illusion and confusion, or this spell that humanity has been in, no longer in. We were also a part of that. So just when you beat up on yourself, mom, woman, you beat up on us. We feel that. Because again, it begins with the mama, then the son, then the father. I'm sharing this so I want you to see how the energy has been reversed, but now it's moving forward. Now it's been countered. Greater is coming. Brighter days are coming. Beauty is coming. I know it may seem, but trust me, everything that has happened, it may have seemed we've been going through in the physical. No, that will be countered. I feel you. Internalize. This is why a lot of us have been expressing this, and that's due to the fact of the imbalance. We want you. I want you to love yourself. I want you to know what it is to be secure within yourself, to honor the divine within you, both masculine and feminine. Yes, do that, because it's bigger than us. This is not only, when you do it individually, it happens collectively to all of us. No matter what shade you are, but to my sister, you know who you are, because I see it through the mother. It's not the neglect, the mother I came through, because I had to experience what it is, what her pain was. Now to when Aliyah arrives, I saw the past being reflected in her. But for me to accept what she has projected, which are not my projections, for me to know what it is now to honor the divine within me. It has nothing to do with what shade, because that is still a soul that still has their purpose here in their journey. What I accept will heal the generations to come. That's why I have no fear of death. If anything, death is just a part of this physical. This is why Spirit was telling me, like, we have to see the death and what we see in others, like our guardians or some may call parents, is for us to see the spiritual aspect of what the creation of life is. It's to see how they go hand in hand. We want you to heal. I want you to heal. I want you to love yourself. I want you to accept yourself wholly, holistically within, because your security, you nurturing yourself, you honoring those wounds, or you honoring, those, releasing those subconscious programs, those false beliefs of who you should be and how you should be. Releasing that illusion of fear. Choosing to face everything and rise as a phoenix that you are, rather than face everything and run, because you never ran. See, what most men won't say is that when the father was removed, the protector of the family, it caused a ripple effect for us as the son to run away from our problems, because when the father wasn't there to protect us or to protect the family, it instilled in us never to face our emotions, or our all the things that reflect the femininity, to embrace the nurturing of who we are, which is a reflection of your essence, the divine feminine. It's why we, through all these fucking years and through all these things, have been expressing ourselves from a feminine place, from an unhealed place to you. To a lot of the men that probably are in these places in the world, to the great mother, those are still her sons. Some of them, again, through their subconscious program, is the streets is all they knew. Some people got consumed by their darkness, and then to only realize their light in those dark places. So I'm just letting you know, like, I love myself infinitely. I love myself, and I realize the importance of my individuality here, and how I've always walked in that truth. That same truth that I cannot hide from, or no longer will hide from. So I had to realize had I not experienced all these things in relationships, a part of what you have experienced, and this is not, none of these videos is to point the finger at the woman or the mother. It's to shake shit up within you, to go look in the mirror, and so you can go look in the mirror and say, and when you look in the mirror and say, I love me, I love all of me, you're not only saying that to yourself, but you're saying it to all the mothers that come before you, all the sons, all the fathers, all generations that came before you. This is why I say it's vital for you to accept you. Accept what has happened in the past, because see, that's what this whole illusion is all about. They want the mothers to be so attached to what has happened, but the divine, the ancestors, we are all a continuance of them. So that means we choose to continue to move forward rather than to stay in the past. I didn't say to forget about it, but when you're obligated, that means a part of what you know about the past is knowing how to evolve from that. Now, as it today, as the wind blows, you make a choice for not only yourself, but to move forward in a holistic way, in a more conscious way. I am a brother that, again, who I am, I didn't experience conscious relationships. My whole life, well, up to this very moment, I'm now seeing the importance of what the whole false narratives that I've been given through TV, through magazines, through all these things, of what And I'll be honest, when you're seeing images of people that don't look like you, and you're seeing that this is just happiness, all these external things, this is what happiness looks like. And I'm gonna tell you, even that shit was a lie. That was bullshit. Because happiness is an inside. Security comes from within. We came here to know what security is. Secure within the spirit. And then when we're secure in spirit, that makes us what spirit sees as divine wealth. And then that what is continued into the physical. We are part of a regeneration or a continuance of what our ancestors are here to do. We are a continuance of that. So that can be echoed beyond this physical body when we decide to go. Because we never know. But I tell you here, I'm secure within myself. I'm grateful and satisfied I know that what I know, what I've created in my legacy here to this very moment at the age that I am, will my integrity and what I stood on will echo beyond this physical. Just because, again, I don't care for the acceptance of others, the likes or views or anything of that. Because when it comes from a vibration of love, it will reach all that it's supposed to, the all in all. And this is why I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all the mothers that are, the women that are honoring their healing, and to the men as well. Spirit wants to make this about the matriarchal because we know the importance of the restoration and the resurrection and the honoring of the matriarchal to bring forth a higher frequencies and balance to this, what we call Earth's plane or the realm. And then now we can realize that we came here to enjoy, to have fun. And see, our mother, the woman, has to see that. So the son has to see that. Then that passed to the father, so he know what it is to protect and to provide for that legacy. And then that continues through the daughter, which is a reflection of the mother, which the daughter is a reflection of all of us. So to my mothers, to my woman, you have to know the value within yourself. This is the purpose of what all is unfolding, the divine. So now that we can know what it is to honor ourselves, honor the divine within, honor be secure within ourselves. So yeah. Greater things are coming down the pipelines. This even goes back to, I tell, letting y'all know, some of you know you came at a high, you old souls, or whatever you want to call yourself, you come into this awareness because you are seeing a mirror of the past through the guardians or through whomever raised you, or even some that raised yourself. You seeing a mirror of the old that no longer it's the end of it. It's the end of that world. And then you are the present that represents the future. Whether you have kids or not, you are that future. You in a sense, those that have created new family and coming to this conscious awareness this time, you are creating your own family tree now. You are part of that tree of life now. That's why spirit is removing you from that is unrighteous and be ye not of this world. You're being, certain things are going to be cut off from you. You know that, like certain fruit, stop trying to fight it. Everybody's not going to come with you. Because some people, again, this is what it is. They're rotten inside and they're not conscious, aware of what they're doing. You still can, and see that, for me, it helps me to become more compassionate. But it's like that of what season we're in now. We're still into winter. And that brings me back to, like, when I walked today, I was so grateful because I was like, oh my goodness. I had a vision of seeing all these orange monarchs. Monarch's butterfly represents transformation, metaphysic, the birthing of a new, freedom, sovereignty, just everything of, I say the divine. And this vision was like all of these orange monarchs. I was looking out this huge window, or I don't know where I was, but I saw one monarch come. Then I saw like you see a trail of birds, or just all these birds, but really there were butterflies. And I saw one come over, and all of them were just in one direction, like one was falling after the other. It was so amazing. And it was showing me how I see that like as these souls. There wasn't even a number. At first, how you see one, then you see hundreds, and you see thousands. I'm like, wow. And I feel like this is what's collectively happening, internalizing. Some of us are now being like we're in this season right now. We are seeing the last of some people. We are seeing, we are having our final moments with some people. We're having our final see of what they know the Americas to be, or what we know this system to be. We're seeing the what some may call the end of days, end of times. We're seeing that curtain close. So I see it like people just putting on a show right now. But those butterflies show me like how they were going off like into their own world, but it represents freedom. It doesn't have direction. Those of you, again, are in a cocoon state, coming out, or getting ready to blossom, or getting ready to even, some of us are in different stages. That's what spirituality is. Some of us are in this place of, I feel like this is it. It wasn't, this is it, yeah. We're just spirit's like, there's no more waiting. This is it. And so seeing those butterflies is like gave me confirmation. It's like there's no more fighting or trying to hold on anymore to the illusion of what this whole false narrative. And like I said, this has to do with, again, we're still in the winter solstice, and then you have, not to say, well, from where I'm at, and then you have the spring solstice or spring equinox, which represents the new year for some. Some people in the world are they had a new year, because again, this is different places. But where I'm at, I saw that glimpse, not only in my vision, but when I was walking today, I saw this black butterfly with yellow tips on the wings. I saw my first butterfly today as I was walking. I said, this is it. And a lot of that, what we're seeing, is a part of what has been, what we've been experiencing spiritually, now being reflected in the physical. It's time to fly now. Individually, or those that will come, trust, it'll be in alignment. Or when you're on your journey, people will show up. Even to the woman, like a lot of the mothers, I know I can feel collectively, even fathers, but mostly like the matriarchal, by this system and a lot of this stuff falling apart. Everyone will not go with you. Some people will come and join. They will know what it is that some men that are in tune with themselves. You'll know. You've probably already been seeing glimpses of it in your vision, but you'll know. We're in Aquarian age. This is about knowing. That means like having partners that are in the knowing. Knowing we're secure within. So there's nothing to be afraid of. Knowing that certain things, that whatever comes, it does no harm. Because again, you're secure within, spiritually. You're in tune and in alignment with the divine. So a lot of this is the liberating and the breaking free of those illusions. That's a lot of people don't know what you're going through in that cocoon, in that darkness. What you're experiencing through what some may call the dark night of the soul. And a lot of people don't know what you're going through. And this has to do with, it's internalized. They're not supposed to see what you're going through inwardly. But those that, again, are in that place of awareness of like the butterfly, the sovereignty, the freedom, they will see you. And they will not. You will feel them in a, like, it will be a connection spiritually, but a butterfly knows another butterfly. And I saw them dance together. It's so beautiful when you see butterflies dance together. Just know that a lot of what we're experiencing, even when we're on certain platforms, you are naturally attracting your soul tribe. This is all aligned. Okay? So, yes. Keep your vibrations high. Meditate. I always feel good when I get this out because I be trying to hold on to this stuff. I'm like, no, share it. Because it's not just for me. It's for the greater good. So, peace and love. Shalom. Take care of yourselves. Blessings.